My friend bet me that if I could ride my bike 100 miles, he would give 5 new bikes to kids at the Boys and Girls Club. I got cycling expert Diana Hildebrand to help me with the big ride. There were only 2 rules. 1, finish the 100 miles before sundown.
This is not going as planned.
And 2, do physical challenges along the way to win more prizes for the kids.
I'm gonna just have to push down a little harder.
This ride punished us in ways we never saw coming, but the biggest shock was at the finish line.
It feels like we're so close now.
But before I even got there, these were the top 10 things that slowed me down. Number 1, lightning. We had to hide under a bridge after lightning hit the ground not that far from us. The storm was so bad, it made our location tracker think we were riding in zigzags. We lost like 20 minutes before we felt safe to ride again. Number 2, downpours. 2 different times we got soaked to the bone in chilly rain. Diana told me to bring a rain jacket, but I forgot, and I paid the price.
It's cold! Oh!
Number 3, the push-ups challenge. Diana dared me to do 15 push-ups in 15 seconds. If I did, Ernie's bike shop would donate 5 scooters for the kids at the club. Actually, I had to do 30 push-ups. The dumpsters were in our shot the first time, and I just couldn't deal with that. I'll show the kids getting surprised with scooters in a minute. Thank you, Ernie's bike shop. Number 4, a huge detour. I thought I could ask the construction workers to let us walk our bikes through. Then I realized there's nothing to walk on at all. The road was completely gone. Before we got back on track, we had road riding and steep hills that cost us big time. Number 5, the pull-up holding challenge. I had to hold myself up on this playground thing for 30 seconds for the chance to win $100 gift cards to Foot Locker for 2 kids. It's a pretty great prize. Thank you to the anonymous donor.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if my deodorant is not working too well. One of those natural ones.
Number 6, the closed trail. This was just after my bike started making funny noises and gears were changing by themselves, and then we had to go on another detour. Somehow we ended up on a freeway and had to cross over an entrance ramp. We did get to ride through a fire hydrant though. Ernie's bike shop tuned up my bike, but it added more time to the ride. Number 7, riding with Diana's heavy backpack for 5 miles. I swear I don't know how Diana takes 100-mile bike rides with all this weight on her back. I could feel the pain of every bump with that thing on. When the challenge was finally done, we earned 5 helmets for the kids. Thank you, Century Cycles. Number 8, the horse challenge. Diana dared Jayla to climb the statue. Who's Jayla? More about her in a minute. But thank God she was there because there was no way my tight hamstrings were getting on the horse. Jayla earned a prize from Diana's Devah D Cycling, and now the kids are going to get ongoing bike lessons right from Diana. Number 9, the huge hill at mile 96. Since a bridge was closed, we had to pedal up a 70-foot tall hill after my legs were completely shot. But wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to finish the ride before sundown? Which brings me to number 10, riding in the dark. I wasn't even close to finishing before sunset. It was pitch black in the woods and we were riding with these tiny bike lights. We saw bats flying over our heads. And we were creeped out that deer might jump onto the trail. Diana said if our bike lights went out, we were done. Now before I get to the bombshell at the finish line, I don't want to make it sound like I had a bad day. Diana and I became friends while she was training me for this ride, and now I got to know her a lot better. And I also love getting to hear Jayla's story. She joined us for part of the ride and we had a blast. A 20-year-old student at Ohio State, she grew up going to the Boys and Girls Club on Broadway Avenue in Cleveland. She told me how the influence of the club saved her life.
I literally tell them that I wouldn't be here today, and I'm not over-exaggerating when I say that.
Jayla was with us long enough to give a shout out to her godmother, but then Diana and I headed toward the finish line in the dark. We had been through so much, quitting the ride wasn't even on our minds. I can't describe how surreal it was to finally make it to Lake Erie. I'd been dreaming about this for so long. It wasn't how I pictured it, but I had finally pushed myself through 100 miles on a bike.
We did it, my friend.
It wasn't until a few days later that I thought to check my bike computer. Then I turned it on and saw the mileage reading. All that effort and pain just to come up 0.3 miles short. This totally ruins my bumper sticker. Diana's GPS tracker read 103 miles, but that's because she volunteered to get water halfway through our ride while I rested. The trip to Walgreens added 3 miles to her journey. By the time I got to the end of the ride, I never even thought about the different totals. The sting of being so close hung over me, but it was time to focus on surprising the kids with their new bikes. After talking with the Broadway Boys and Girls Club director, Joseph Greathouse, we made a plan to turn my mistake into something cool for the kids. As promised, we gave away the 5 scooters to some adorable youngsters who couldn't believe their eyes. I was impressed with the bikes Ken picked out. He even went easy on me when he found out I didn't finish the 100.
I call that a 100. I bless you for 100 there.
We wheeled the bikes into the gym and it was go time. I got to meet Kyla, Siaunda, RJ, Dre'Shawn, and De'Micheal. Then, Joseph told the kids 2 truths and a lie. He told them I was creating a fundraiser video for the Boys and Girls Club and that I needed their help to finish the last 0.3 miles of my 100-mile challenge. But he fibbed when he told them that these bikes were rental bikes that were just here for the video. I was nervous as we headed out into the field next to the club. It was awkward at first trying to pedal in the grass, but we started to warm up as we watched the Jets practice above us for the upcoming air show. I got a chance to hear from the young people. De'Micheal told me he's come to the club after school for 8 years and built great relationships with the adults here.
I'd say the best decision I made. I do love them.
Then I found out that both Siaunda and RJ had birthdays the next day.
I should ask you two what you want for your birthdays.
I want a bike. My bike broke.
I had to smile. We rode down the hill until my screen changed from 99.9 to 100 miles. The bike journey was over, but the real moment I had been waiting for was just ahead. The kids really thought they were dropping off the bikes and just heading back to homework hour, but Joseph got their attention and cleared things up.
I fibbed just a little bit, courtesy of all of these people behind you. These bikes are actually yours.
Oh,
my God. Now what? Now look what you got.
now you got what?
The kids also got to pick out gift card envelopes, and Dre'Shawn got the big one with $200 inside. I knew by then that I would always remember this day, and I'm pretty hopeful the 5 of them will too.
And I can honestly say Boys and Girls Club has helped me a lot with stress, and it's really just an overall fun place.